what it means to miss New Orleans, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see the lazy Mississippi hurrying into spring. Oh, the Mardi Gras, the memories of Creole's tunes that fill the air. I dream of old Yanders in June, and soon I'm wishing that I were there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans when that's where you left your heart? There's something more. I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans.
This message is brought to you by Maytag, the dependability people.
Every night while you're sleeping, UPS is maintaining its status as the only company that delivers overnight to every address coast to coast. And now we guarantee it. Introducing UPS Next Day Air Guaranteed. And because we're so efficient, we'll still do it for up to half what other companies charge, which is guaranteed to cause our competition some sleepless nights. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
They call it Stony Monday. She was just as bad.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
This is the Torrance party. I called for reservation.
Oh, yeah. Like I said on the phone, you don't need reservations at night.
Thank you. Gentlemen, you can just go in there. I'll get something to eat here at the bar.
Thank you, Kirby.
Big shots?
Very big shots.
Thank you. Thanks.
Y'all from New York City?
Yep. That's right.
Thought so.
Oh.
My brother lives up there. He don't like it much.
How come?
'Cause some dude knocked out his eye. That's how come.
Are there any specials?
Nuh-uh, not at night. All we got is what's on that piece of paper clipped in the menu. Y'all know where LaGuardia Airport is?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Happened around there. Puerto Rican hit him with a stop sign.
Really?
Swear to God.
In the spirit of New Orleans and the South in general, we'll all have a mint julep first. Can you do that?
Uh-huh.
Dick, see what's what, will you?
Right. Something that you're really noted for.
Look, the cook's not here. He doesn't work at night. I'm really sorry.
I have the chairman of one of the largest corporations in America out there. Try to come up with something.
This is $500. I don't know where Big Arthur is. His wife said he went out to buy golf clubs. You believe that? Listen, Shorty, you've got to get in here. No. This is as good time as any for you to fly solo. Now get in here and cook a masterpiece. Yes, right now.
Cheers. You see, now's the time. The conditions are ideal. Their stock isn't worth blowing your nose on, and they know it. Forget the brave front. They're looking around for help, and somebody's going to approach them. All smile, sure, but with pernicious intent. And wham. Like a bear trap. Mark my words.
There's a telephone call from a man in New York City. I figured it must be...
I'll get it.
Our chef is on his way.
Hey, terrific.
Can we get another kind of drink?
Oh, you bet.
No, he's got us down here in some little chicken shack. We'll be lucky to get out of here with our lives. What? What are you... What? Excuse me, could you turn down this jukebox?
Oh, no problem whatsoever.
Now, say that again? Peckrell. I can't believe this. No, I'm not questioning their decision. Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Say martinis are in order.
What's wrong?
These are just the headlines, but as I understand it, Gus Davis and Manny Leaks have... I'm sorry, Mitch, but apparently they've been conspiring behind your back. I mean, I can't believe this. I can't believe that they
Dick,
would...
just tell me what you know.
They've combined their holdings. They made an offer of sale to David Peckrell.
Peckrell? My God, I'm sorry, Mitch.
What else?
That's about it. Peckrell, of course, has agreed.
I bet.
Pending details.
Oh, brother.
This must have taken weeks to put together. Maybe months. And I missed it.
Look, let me get back on the phone, see if we can get out of here tonight. Do I have your permission to charter a jet?
You don't need my permission, Dick. I'm out.
Oh, now, Mitch, isn't that sort of jumping to conclusions?
Yes. A very sound conclusion.
The chef is here, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. But you guys better get back. Save what's left of your own butts. Apparently, guys, you've been playing on the wrong team.
Mitch, we were with you before. We're not going to leave you at a moment like this.
Boss, I ain't never cooked without Big Arthur before.
What are you talking about? You can do it. Put this on.
That's just food. You said a masterpiece.
Think of it as your big break.
But I'm not ready yet.
Shorty, it's just dinner. I'm sorry, good I said that.
Give me 2 minutes.
That's a spirit. Here, put on your apron.
What's going on, Targa?
Oh, not much.
Big black limo outside. I saw it.
Oh, yeah, we got some big shots in the back.
What kind of big shots?
Businessmen
Yeah?
from New York City. That's them.
Come on, Kirby, let's go.
Yes, sir. Where's Mr. Torrance?
He's still eating. You can come back for him. Come on, let's go.
My goodness, another $100 bill. Fellas are giving money away.
Your friends in the men's room?
No, they're gone.
Oh, well. What would you like?
How about a grilled cheese sandwich?
Your friend gave me $500 for dinner.
I'll have a $500 grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Thanks again, boys, and keep the change. You hear all this nonsense about Kellogg's Frosted Flakes being just for kids. Well, I, for one, eat them, and I'm going to go right on eating them. Frosted Flakes just for kids, come on. Like we adults have to go sneaking around, like we can't love these crisp, sweet flakes just as much as kids. Who is it?
You just have to admit it. Frosted Flakes had the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
What would you get if you crossed an Oldsmobile like this with an Oldsmobile like this? You'd get an Oldsmobile that really cooks. A Cutlass Calais with a remarkable Quad 4 engine.
We did it. What do you think? Incredible. Just imagine the possibilities. It'll really speak to them.
Over the rainbow.
What does DNA look like? Let's go to the library.
At AT&T, we've always been committed to helping the people of the world communicate better.
Now magnifier, please.
Funny how the future seems to repeat itself.
Beautiful design, Alfredo.
Grazie, amigo. And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Tonight,
I know he didn't kill himself.
why is the government covering up the death of a protected witness?
We're going to close this case for meth if we have to dynamite our way into the file.
Cagney and Lacey, tonight.
A couple of nights ago, the five of us were sitting around talking about the future. Now, only three of us are left.
Tour of Duty, Saturday at 10.
CBS, oh yes.
Sometimes rich people make me sick.
Thanks, Shorty.
You can go now, Gregory.
All right. Then I moved into ornamental aluminum, wholesale. But foreign competition wrecked my manufacturer.
Was that before you were in the swimming pool business?
That is correct.
Hey, this looks great. Reverend, you want something?
No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, sir. No, wait a minute. Waiter. How about some nice Chardonnay?
Good idea. Would you mind bringing us a bottle?
All right. One of those bottles with the dust on it. Here's how I got into the swimming pool business. I built a baptismal pool for a church, right? That worked out very nicely, so I built this hot tub for these people, right? Overcharged them about 200,000%. They never blinked the eye. Close relatives of mine.
I'm sorry, man.
I told you, Frankie, forget it.
You know, I feel like a fool. Somebody gives me $500, I start running around like Stephen Fetchit.
No, that ain't right. Business is business. Customer's always right.
And of course, he just loves Reverend Deal. Gives me $500 for a sandwich, and people are starving to death.
Rich guys, Frankie. Rich guys.
Excuse me, Frank? It is Frank, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm Mitch. This is the chef?
Yeah.
Mister, if you can make a grilled cheese sandwich sing like that, you can cook anything. My compliments.
Well, thanks.
Frank, this guy out there, the Reverend?
Yes.
He's nuts.
Yes, sir, he is.
There are men today who buy companies, barely know what the company makes, haven't the slightest idea what makes the operation go. They bought the company with junk bonds. You know what junk bonds are? Just what it says, junk. The sweat, industry, and worth of this country bought for junk. These guys are speculators. They add no real value to anything. They don't build the house. They don't fire the bricks, hammer the nails. They sell, swap, bankrupt, trade, mortgage, and leverage the house. They get rich without adding any real value to the house itself. You following any of this, Reverend?
Like a bird dog, Mitch.
In 1987, The salary for the average working Joe went up to something like 5%. That's not a raise, that's a slap in the face. But the big guys, the CEOs, their salary went up an average of 25%. 25%! I made $15 million last year.
Help me, Jesus.
Year before that, I made more. How much can a guy like me eat? How much can I drink? How many houses do I need? How many times can I send my kids to college? And for all that wealth, what services do I provide, my fellow man? My father made furniture, mostly chairs. He'd say, here, buy this from me. Come, sit in my chair. The people did. It was comfortable. Get the load off their feet. It lasted for years. They gave the chair to their children, and their children's children sat on it. That's value. But in the end, if I hadn't been there, a guy who really understands the arcane metaphysics of leveraged junk, my old man would have died alone in some roach hospital run by the city.
So, you don't like your job much, huh, Mitch?
That's right, Shorty. I don't like my job much. And fortunately for me, I no longer have it. You like your job?
Oh, yeah.
Frank?
It's interesting.
Well, you see, you guys make something. You take unprepared food and you prepare it. You feed people. What could be more rewarding than that?
Teaching.
Another form of food. Maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll do nothing. Maybe I'll garden or sit in the sun, feel the breeze on my face, instead of the thermostatically controlled flow from the vents in my office, which was decorated by some twit full of art I can't stand. Whatever. My life has changed here tonight. Very much for the better. That phone call was like a reprieve from the governor.
What happened, Mitch? How'd you lose your job?
My two partners succumbed to fear and greed. The great twin motivators of mankind. Mr. Leaks is greedy, Mr. Davis is afraid. So they sold my company to some swine.
Is it a fait accompli?
Pending details. Pending details. That's a mistake. There's always a mistake. Always. Where I come from, nothing gets done on a handshake. No deal goes down until a legion of lawyers have hemmed and hawed over every semicolon. Mr. Leaks, the greedy one, is interested only in more money. He's a simple man, unencumbered by bothersome notions of ethics and morality, therefore easy to deal with. Mr. Davis, the frightened man, is more complex. He fashions himself honest and fair. He's a pious, religious man, who I believe is fiddling around with his secretary, and therefore vulnerable. The secretary's the key. It'll all come down to that.
To a secretary?
Oh, yeah.
You know for sure they fiddling around?
No, it's a guess. But my powers of observation tell me it's a good guess. If we're in a meeting in his office, he always lets somebody else take the lead. But if his secretary wanders in, he perks up. He starts strutting around like some game show host. She leaves, he goes back to sleep. It's a sure sign. He's fiddling around. Besides, his wife looks like Mike Ditka. Where are your phones? Manny, listen. I'd have done the exact same thing if they had come to me. When I'm through structuring this, you're going to be rolling in a lot more money than Pecro ever thought about. You just have to give me time to figure how you can be properly taken care of. Then we'll knock around the details at the beach, maybe get the wives together. What do you say? Gus Davis? Start calling. I talked to Gus already. Yeah, he's ready to step away from the sale. That's right. Would I lie about something like that?
Operator?
Manny, please.
Gus Davis
You
from
should
Mitch.
know. You can't trust Gus Davis. Oh, look, would you please do me one favor? Promise me you won't call Gus until tomorrow. Just promise me that. Okay, I promise. Thanks, Manny. I owe you one. Oh, I got room service at the door. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Yes, Mr. Davis, I have Mitch for you. Yeah, you know, Mitch.
Excuse me, Mitch, but you haven't talked to Gus already.
I'll talk to him now. God, I love this.
Why are we calling this guy while you're still talking to that guy?
So that guy couldn't call this guy after I hung up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Okay, fellas. Keep your fingers crossed. Listen, you. You want to play tough with me, you got a thought or two coming. Just listen. You make this deal with Pecro, I'm going to squash you like a bug. Shut up, Gus, and think for a second. Might not a smart guy like me take my own phone conversations? Might not the Security and Exchange Commission be absolutely amazed to hear some of your comments from over the years? Might not that church of yours be surprised to hear about you and Lurleen? Lurleen. Think, Gus, the name ring a bell? Might not a smart guy like me know all about something like that? Pictures, tapes, the works. Don't forget, Gus, who you're talking to. This is Mitchell Torrance. I didn't come up from the streets. I came up from the gutter. What about Manny? He's with me on this. We're spending the weekend together. Gus, you should know you can't trust Manny Leaks. Yeah, well, I'll be glad to tell you what to do. Your phone is going to ring as soon as I hang up. It'll be Manny Leaks. I told him to call. You say, Manny, I'm out, then hang up. Don't say anything more. I'll talk to you in my office tomorrow at 11. You got that? That boy. Harvard School of Business. First in his class. Kirby, where are my loyal subjects?
Packing at the hotel, sir. They found a red-eye flight. I'm supposed to pick them up in half an hour.
Good. I want to be waiting in the limo when they come out. Well, gentlemen, what do you think?
Glad I'm not Gus Davis.
Gus will be just fine. I can sympathize with Fear. It's the other guy I'm after. The greedy one. He's the one who's never going to hear the shot.
You really seem to be enjoying this, Mitch.
Shorty, I'll give you a great piece of information. Great because it's always true. Whether we're talking cooks, piano players, or hitmen in the mafia, none of the really A-plus people are ever doing it for the money. They're doing it because they're in love. I enjoyed this evening immensely. I thank you all for the food and the fellowship. Come along, Kirby. There's much to be done.
Bye, Mitch.
Reverend Deal, you ever been to New York?
No.
How about an all-expense-paid tour of the city and its innermost workings?
Now?
Why not? Come on. I'll show you the belly of the beast.
I'd like to see that.
I'll have him back safe and sound in a couple of days.
I feel like a hurricane just came through here.
So you think old Mitch will teach or just garden?
Well,
fellow noble artisans. What do you say we clean and lock up? I'm dying to work with my hands.
Yep, we got a tough day tomorrow.
What would you get if you crossed an Oldsmobile like this? With an Oldsmobile like this, you'd get an Oldsmobile that really cooks. A Cutlass Calais with a remarkable quad-4 engine.
Got great curves? Great curves deserve 18-hour. Playtex 18-hour bra supports full figures more beautifully, comfortably. Great curves deserve
the 18-hour bra.
From Playtex, the fit that makes the fashion.
If you're concerned about heart disease and your doctor advises exercise, the right foods, and an aspirin a day, you should know that heart specialists recommend Ecotrin more than Bayer when they're concerned about aspirin irritation because it's safety coded. Ecotrin, the one heart specialists recommend.
Justice is blind. Eisenhower and Lutz is the reason why. Eisenhower and Lutz.
Next time on Frank's Place.
Here's Enos's boy.
He's a nice boy.
You, as his only son, get everything. This restaurant being the main thing, of course.
Let's get on to the other thing.
Who's Madame Torchet?
She put a chain on you
What kind of a spell, Miss Marie?
so you wouldn't sell this restaurant.
What would happen if I just left?
That'd be the devil's work then.
The devil.
This is Dan Rather. For insight into the stories that shape our lives, turn to the experience you can trust. Weeknights on the CBS Evening News.